Ron Wolf and Jan Young.
Hello, I'm Jan Young.
And I'm Ron Wolf.
And together we're hosting the 1987 Bangor Downtown Holiday Parade. And this year's parade looks even bigger and better than ever.
That's true, Jan. You know, lots of floats and marching bands and units and politicians and lots more surprises. And one of the main attractions of the parade this year is a fantastic marching band. You've heard of them before, and you're going to hear of them right here on the parade. We're going to talk about the Nokomis High School Marching Band.
The Nokomis High School Band is not only one of the biggest in the state, it's also one of the best. And if you talk to the students, they credit band instructor Stan Buchanan, who's been in Nokomis for over 20 years.
I love the area. The kids are very, very special in this area. They seem to want to do a lot of things, and they always want to please you, do the very best that they can.
The band has won many honors and awards throughout the years. They've also represented the state in competitions and parades up and down the East Coast. So while some high schools have a difficult time getting students to get involved in musical activities, Stan Buchanan doesn't have much trouble at all.
We've got over 25% of the total school enrollment involved in the music program. That's a very large percentage. So yes, indeed, I really think that we're getting more people involved than we ever have before.
I just like being a part of it because it's a challenge to everybody that's in it.
Whenever we have a concert or anything in the auditorium, they usually come out pretty good and look, you know, for almost in the parades. It's a really good turnout for them. I think it was really supported really well. It's evident in the boosters.
Moving, trying to decide on a mover, they all seem the same. Call the others, then call the #1 mover who makes the difference, Fox & Ginn, your Allied Van Lines agent. Committed to serving its customers by guaranteeing pickup and delivery, also guaranteeing price. Allied Van Lines offers extra care protection, which is full replacement cost coverage. A professional from the staff at Allied Van Lines will visit you after your move is completed to guarantee your satisfaction. With Allied, there is a difference. At Fox & Ginn, we deliver difference.
The Greenhouse Restaurant has a reputation of having the finest Caesar salad in the country, and it's made at tableside. When Jimmy Vidarmis isn't out front, you'll find him in the kitchen doing what he does best. At the Greenhouse Restaurant, there's no difference between this and this. We take it all at par. No discount on Canadian money. Just show your Canadian driver's license. We serve a hot popover and salad with every meal, and after dinner, a complimentary cheese and fruit plate. Dinner prices start at $9.95. The Greenhouse Restaurant, downtown Bangor.
Dorsey Furniture is selling out. Yes, for 1 week only, Dorsey's is selling out all discontinued dining room sets, all Simmons bedding and Hide-A-Beds, all Lane and Barker Lounger recliners and more. Up to 50% off living rooms, up to 60% off bedrooms, up to 64% off dining rooms. Plus, for qualified buyers, no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest till next February. Huge savings now only at Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A East Holden, open 7 days a week.
Welcome to an impossible mission. We've been informed that Village Subaru has just received an additional shipment of 87 Subaru four-wheel drive wagons. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, will be to buy one of these amazing cars within 30 days. You won't be alone. Many will want to take advantage of savings up to $4,000, which means no down payment to qualified buyers, and a 6-year, 60,000-mile limited warranty. Okay, so this mission is not so impossible, but you'll have to hurry before this offer self-destructs.
And remember, this time, it is possible.
And Ron, the parade is beginning. This is the Bangor Police Department. We always like to start our parade off with the Bangor Police. They've done an excellent job of keeping things together for us today before the parade began. We have to mention, too, Ron, that it is very cold today, but it hasn't seemed to keep the crowd out.
Cold and windy. Meteorologist Chuck Albiani says it's about minus 20 degrees with the wind chill factor, but a lot of people have warm hearts right now. This is a tremendous parade, and it's only going to get better.
That's true. Everybody wore their woolies today.
Including me. What's great about parades is there's so much color involved in it, especially during the holiday parade.
This is the Bangor Fire Department coming up right now. The first vehicle appears to be the chief.
Chief Burke.
That's right, Chief Robert Burke. And he has one of the warmer seats in the House today.
He does, but if you notice, a lot of the dignitaries today are going to be riding inside cars without convertibles. They're the smart ones.
We've got a little note here, too, that's kind of interesting. The first Bangor Police Fire Chief, was Ebenezer French. He began his duties in 1835, so Chief Burke has quite a tradition to uphold.
We even have pets involved this time.
The Bangor Fire Department mascot. What do you suppose his name is? Spotty, probably, huh?
You're probably right, Jan.
They have a marching unit also this year. And behind them is the snorkel unit. Now, we have to tell people that Mayor Marshall Frankel insisted on riding in the snorkel unit again this year. And the snorkel is carrying the Bangor City Council, and it appears to be some of their family members, too.
That's true. This is almost like deja vu from last year. Joining him, we can see Mary Sullivan, Jane Saxel, William England, and Patricia Blanchette. Now, Jane Saxel, William England, and Patricia Blanchette, they're all new members of the Bangor City Council, and we would like to congratulate them.
And there's downtown manager Carol Labella also,
who is newly named to that position, a new position, I might add.
And we also have the lone moose up there, better known to some of his friends as Ivan Rasmussen.
And of course, the Bangor Fire Department showing off some of their equipment.
They also have the McCann 100 this year, which is a real crowd pleaser. This bumper was built in 1930 in Portland for the Bangor Police Department.
That's right, and that's coming right up, I believe. There it is. Now, the men of the department, with the help of local businesses, Jan, they restored the McCann, putting it over, get this, 3,000 hours of hard work. And look how it shows. That is just an absolutely beautiful truck.
It really is. I've noticed a lot of fire departments are also going back to the red trucks, as they were pretty much in the beginning, and I like the fire engine red myself.
I do too. When you're a child, you think of fire departments red, right? That's the way it should be. Little tradition, doesn't hurt anybody.
We also have a more human-looking mascot for the fire department.
Somewhat human.
Coming up now is the Army ROTC unit with Rick White, Dennis Nault, George Sylvester, Kyle Bartley, and Mark DiNafrio.
And of course, usually at parades, we have grand marshals, usually one or two, but this time we have probably, 80 people involved?
Close
the
to
University
that.
of Maine football team, and what a team they are this year. Led by first-year coach Tim Murphy, co-champions of the Yankee Conference. They also have a shot of making the playoffs, and we'll find out more on that tonight on News Plus 7 with Tim Geyer, and Ron Losnett will tell us about it. And what a quarterback they have in Mike Butt, an offensive weapon. They are really have given us Maine fans quite a thrill this year.
Call them the Cardiac Kids, I believe.
The last 3 games of the year, they made tremendous comebacks, and they are getting just a rousing welcome, and people are appreciative of the job they've done. And I'm telling you, a winning team, unbelievable.
Real crowd pleasers this year. Everybody is very excited with the Maine football team.
Good job, guys. And you know, you can't say enough about Tim Murphy, the coach. What a class guy and a class team, Jan. And this gives us a chance to plug the Maine Sports Line show, of course, with Ron Losnett, which will be airing, which you'll be seeing in your TV guide, too.
Coming up next is the University of Maine homecoming queen, Gina Brannigan. A real sweetheart of a young lady. I talked to Gina earlier this week, and she was very helpful in doing her part for the parade. And of course, there's Bananas, the bear, better known to his friends at Alpha Phi Omega as Bob Demerit.
And any University of Maine has to have bananas. And here comes the University of Maine marching band. Let's listen. you know, that band is directed by Fred Heath, the supervisor.
Coming up next, Fliptown, USA, located at 585 Broadway. They have about 15 girls ranging in age from 8 to 13 years of age, and it's incredible the flips these young ladies can do.
They're absolutely adorable, and it is amazing. I couldn't do something like that. I wouldn't even attempt it, Jan. I'd like to remind people over here, the theme for this year is Home for the Holidays.
Also want to put in a plug for Fliptown USA Gymnastics. The director is Leslie Kendrick, and she's obviously doing a very nice job with these young ladies. They all seem to know what they're doing.
You know, we talked about it earlier in the show that it is cold, it is windy, but the streets are lined with people. They were expecting up to 10,000 people. It's hard to say. I can give a guesstimate. It is a very large crowd, Jan.
It is. Usually we draw about 10,000 people, I think, and I think this is if this holds true to our usual crowd, we will have close to 10,000 people this year.
I think it would take a monsoon to keep people away.
A lot of people were worried that it might be canceled today, but we've been very, very lucky. It seems the sun always smiles on the Bangor Holiday Parade.
As it should.
Coming up next, the Q106.5 FM van. And we also want to talk about the fact that Q106 is sponsoring a variety show immediately after the parade, even though the show will be over when this program airs. We want to mention the proceeds of that show will help support the Pine Tree Camp for Handicapped Children, a very good cause.
Definitely a very good cause.
And we want to say hello to Bob Duchesne, who's driving the van today. He's accompanied by Lee McCoy and Brent Stevens.
Another exciting moment about downtown Bangor, Jen, if I can for a minute, is the huge Christmas tree they have this year. I believe it's about 30 feet tall. It'll be lit starting tonight, and of course you can see it if you come on down to downtown Bangor, right in West Market Square, and it's quite a sight. And coming up now, representatives from St. Joseph's Hospital in Bangor. And you know what, Jan? They're celebrating their 40th anniversary as a Catholic hospital. And of course, the entire hospital is run by Sister Roberta, who does a fantastic job.
She does. She donates a lot of her time, too, to other efforts besides the hospital. It's amazing how much she does accomplish. They have a car and a float this year. I believe that may be Sister Roberta out there marching.
She's a tough lady. I'm sure she is walking. Yep. From what I understand, St. Joseph's Hospital is going to be undergoing some expansion soon. We've covered many news stories over there. They just opened up a new women's center right next door to the hospital, and they have many, many things going on.
They obviously have a lot of kids, probably of their employees, that are riding on their, it's kind of a mini flatbed there and a float. It has a nativity scene with angels, Mary and Joseph, the wise men and the shepherds.
And I may be wrong, but I don't see Sister Roberta there, but I know she's with them in spirit. If she's not there, I don't think she is. And of course, next on the scene, the Orrington Volunteer Fire Department. And they have 2 of their pumpers out today.
That's right. They have approximately 30 volunteers on their force.
And of course, they are volunteers, and I really give volunteer firefighters a lot of credit. This is not their full-time job, but when something happens, a fire or something else, a situation, they're right there.
And especially in towns like Orrington, I think you find that the people pull together maybe more so than some of our larger communities, that there's a real esprit de corps in these towns.
They have to, because they rely on themselves. It's a real important thing for them.
I think it's evident in their fire departments. Of course, here comes one with a siren.
And you know, with the wind chill 20 below zero, these kids are still having a great time. When you look at all the camera shots of all the crowds, you see the little kids, some have makeup on, all of them have hats and heavy winter jackets. But they are having just a fantastic time. And of course, some clowns are coming up right now, and that really brings a thrill to all the kids.
That's right. These are the Anna Temple Shrine Clowns. They're in their 14th year this year. They have 30 active clowns. They're represented by all professions, from doctors to salesmen. And some of these clowns take up to 2.5 hours to apply their face makeup. They really get into this.
They really do. And what would a parade be without the Shriners? They really add a lot of festivity to the event. Coming up next, Jan, is a car with past mayors, and I do see in the back of the car the most recent mayor of Bangor, Larry Willey, who could not run again because he served the limit of terms you can serve in city council. So he's right now back as just a regular citizen again. But I know he's very happy to be back into the parade.
Behind him are the Brownie Troop 423. These are third grade young ladies from Bangor. Most of them go to Fairmont School. This is their second year, or maybe even third year. They're a regular in our Bangor parade. Their scout leader is Terry Como. And they're all dressed warmly, too. I'm glad to see that.
That's right. Their parents were going to let them out without some heavy-duty clothing on.
Now we have an entry from Gifford's Famous Ice Cream.
I bet you can't guess what this float is, huh?
What I want to know
ice cream.
What I want to know is what flavor is that young man supposed to be who's standing inside the ice cream tub?
And if it's real ice cream in there, I wonder if he has his thermal underwear on.
Behind him is the Head Start program, the kids from Bangor and Brewer. This is their first year in the parade. Their director is Cindy Libby, and they all look like they're having a great time. And they did a very nice job with their float,
which has a Christmas tree on the back and a snowman in the front.
More Head Start kids.
I said before that children love a parade, children of all ages, and I'm definitely one of them.
That's true. I'm very glad to see that the mothers and fathers of all these young people made sure that they had plenty of insulation today. Next we have Triple S Enterprises. Their theme is, if Santa can't be home for the holidays, he calls Triple S.
And coming up now, the Bangor High School Color Guard and ROTC students. We'll give you a few of them. Ron Lunn and George Morse, Larry Cunningham, Melissa Sample, and Jill Hopkins, representing, of course, Bangor High School.
Behind them are the Bangor High School Marching Rams. They have 50 members. They perform under the direction of Frank Walker. And Frank had told me that they're going to be making the formation of a Christmas tree.
And of course, the judges will be listening to them. They'll be playing The Sound of Angels. Let's listen. High School Marching Band. And coming up now, the Creative Playground Committee of Bangor.
Their entry today includes clowns and a children's marching band. They're hoping their appearance today will drum up support for the new playground fund.
Now, from what I understand, just to let people know out there, our judges are looking at many different contests, I guess you could call it, for best band and best float, that type of thing. And the Creative Playground Committee really built a nice little float on their van here.
That's right. They've got lumber under the tree, and that's what they want for Christmas.
They're trying to build a similar type playground to some of the other communities that have done so in the past, like Hamden and Ellsworth, and they are really fantastic playgrounds. And here we have the Coles Express truck.
And this is the massive American flag tractor trailer. I don't know if it's bigger than any other tractor trailer, but if you've ever seen it along the highway, it certainly appears that way.
And you know, the man who runs Coles Express, Galen Cole, he was really prominent in many other parades, especially last year's Veterans Remembrance Bridge Parade. He did a super job on that, and a very patriotic man.
That's true. We want to take this opportunity to say hello to Galen Cole and all the fine people at Coles Express. Also, hi to driver George Lavoie.
Hi, George.
And he said hello back.
I was just going to say that. Took the words right out of my mouth. And of course, the sign on the Coles Express truck, the spirit of America, is alive. And I'll tell you what, it is alive right here in downtown Bangor for the 1987 Downtown Bangor Holiday Parade.
Behind Coles Express, the Eddington Fire Department. This is their first responder vehicle.
And in case you just joined us right now, you did miss the Grand Marshals, the University of Maine football team, but you haven't missed the man of the hour yet that all the kids are waiting for. We're going to have him at the end. And guess who I see coming up? I recognize a few of those faces.
That's right. This is our Channel 7 News crew. Fran Bouchard, Tim Geyer, our weekend anchor, and the newest member of the Channel 7 News staff, Tori Moores. Behind them are Chuck Albiani and Rod Lesnett. And it looked like they've managed to find a very pretty chauffeur today. On that note, it's time for us to take a break. We'll be right back with more of the 1987 Bangor Holiday Parade.
This holiday season, value-conscious shoppers are going to love doing their shopping at David's Klein Discount Menswear in the Main Square Mall behind McDonald's on the Hogan Road, Bangor. Over 600 suits and sport coats to choose from, including portly, extra long, and big sizes up to 54. You'll love these discount prices. Name brand slacks are available too, including Levi and Hager. Now for the first time, a quality discount menswear store featuring suits, sport coats, shirts, slacks, weather coats, and top coats at discount prices. David's Klein Discount Menswear, Main Square Mall on the Hogan Road, Bangor.
Hello, I'm Michael Connors from the Belltone Hearing Aid Service, Harlow Street, downtown Bangor. If you, a loved one, or anyone you know has a hearing problem, a Belltone hearing aid may be able to help. If you experience any of these symptoms, call for a free hearing test to determine if a Belltone hearing aid may be your answer. Our Belltone hearing aid fits directly into your ear, and there is a trial period on all new fittings. Belltone has been helping people to hear better for almost 50 years. Call Belltone. In-home service is available.
Attic Records presents 12 favorite love songs, 12 romantic recordings together on one record. Great artists like Dan Fogelberg, the Manhattans, and the Nylons. There's REO Speedwagon, Jennifer Rush, and Krista Berg. The Captain and Tennille, Rita Coolidge, and Joey Gregorish.
12 favorite love songs on one long playing record or one cassette. On sale at Sears, Towers, and the Real Atlantic Superstores.
Terrific. It really makes the mind wonder.
I thought it was real good. I'd go see it again anytime.
Dynamically different. Ravine, a tour de force of entertainment.
Now in St. John, in Moncton, November 27th to the 30th, returning to the Cone in Halifax, December 1st and 2nd, and in Sydney on the 5th.
And welcome back to the 1987 Downtown Bangor Holiday Parade. I'm Ron Wolf, joined by Jan Young.
And it looks like right now we've got our Republican presidential candidate. Oh, he's decided not to ride. He's going to get out and press some flesh today. He's doing very well also, we might mention, in many of the Republican straw poll caucuses. He's ahead of front-runners George Bush and Robert Dole in many areas.
That's true. I'll tell you, that whole election is definitely up for grabs, and Pat Robertson trying to make a push right here in Bangor, Maine.
An excellent opportunity, too. There's not too many places a politician can go where there's 10,000 happy people.
Meeting 10,000 people in 1 hour, not bad, huh?
That's not bad at all. This is his kind of element, too. Pat Robertson is very good in a publicity sense because of his experience with the 700 Club, and he has quite a bit of television experience behind him.
And I think we ought to let everybody know, just for equal opportunity here, is that all the other political candidates were invited. Pat Robertson was the one who decided he could make it.
That's
just
true.
To let you know, everybody else was invited.
That's true. All the Democrats were committed to the New Hampshire State Party Convention today, and they were all disappointed they couldn't make it, but obviously they had their priorities. Coming up next, the Machias Memorial High School Band. We want to thank them for driving so far today. They have 25 members.
That's right, and the band director is Gloria Bodman, and the drum major, Sarah Richmond. They also have 5 majorettes and 2 banner carriers, and I'm sure they'll be performing a little bit for the judges here on the reviewing stand. They did come a long way for this parade, though.
And I think Machias got quite a bit more snow than Bangor, and surrounding areas did a little bit further west.
I think you're right, and they have very colorful uniforms. They look nice. You know, one thing to remember, a lot of people riding on the floats, they're bundled up, but these musicians that are playing, especially the majorettes and whatnot, they're not dressed too warm. They're cold out there, but I know they're having a good time, and they're used to this type of thing anyway. They play in many events in the fall and the winter.
Machias Marching High School Band. And we also want to mention, too, we'll have the winners of the band contest and the float contest right after we see Santa Claus. 1, 2, 3. I want to take this opportunity, too, to thank the judges who are judging today. Barbara Sear, Joan Grindle, Rolf Olson, Sherry Rasmussen, Linda Clive, and from the Chamber of Commerce is with us today. I want to mention we have 3 judges who judge our floats for profit and nonprofit organizations, and we have 3 judges who judge our bands.
And just to let everybody know, even though just one wins, everybody's a winner in this type of thing.
That's true, because everybody has a great time out here. Now, this entry is from Mainly Tubs, and I always get excited when I see these folks because, yes, once again, they do have a real hot tub on the back of a flatbed truck.
Unbelievable.
Not only do they have 2 hot tubs this year, they had to outdo last year a regular in our parade.
They have a whole house here, Janet.
Mainly Tubs is
they got your living room, your dining room, and your tub. And I remember last year they only had 1 or 2 people in the tub. Look at this year, they got a whole family out here.
They certainly recruited today.
Well, if you're going to push a product, this is the way to do it, right?
That's true. And we want to mention, too, they're located on 15 Central Street, and they say these hot tubs are ready to go under the tree for Christmas.
And, of course, more clowns are being in the parade from time to time. And here comes the WKSQ 94 FM van.
Better known as the Tune Buggy.
Right, KISS 94. This Tune Buggy, which is a mobile studio and can broadcast news or music in the area, even when they're moving. That's always nice to have in the radio business.
And KISS 94 is a regular of ours in the holiday parade. An old friend, we want to say hello to them.
Just to make mention, there are a lot more units in this parade than ever before, Jan.
That's true. Last year we had 50 units. This year we have, depending on how many people decided not to come out for the call, I think it's going to be around 75 or 76 units total. So it's considerably bigger than the parade last year.
And I'll tell you what, we haven't missed anybody yet.
No, we haven't. We haven't had any dropouts yet, so we may get a total of even more than that.
I'll tell you, downtown Bangor never looks better when it's all decorated for the holidays. People lining the streets for the downtown Bangor holiday parade. Really quite a sight, it really is.
We're very lucky also because we are having sunshine today. However, the forecast did call for flurries. And we haven't seen one yet.
No, we haven't. Chuck Albiani was calling for, from what I understand, from a trace to 2 inches. I guess we got a trace.
And one thing that's slowing down the KISS 94 Tune Buggy is that they're passing out kisses. And they even threw one at our cameraman. I hope Rick got his chocolate. Next.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay. The next float in our entourage here from the St. Mary's Cub Scouts and the St. Mary's and St. John's Girl Scouts and also the Boy Scouts.
I think they managed to get together this year. They decided that there's strength in numbers, and they've got a big flatbed and a lot of kids dressed up in various Christmas costumes.
And what's great about this float is they're all huddled together, nice and warm. A lot of little kids bundled up and having a great time. Kids are waving to the judges, and the judges are happily waving back. It's a thrill for a lot of these kids. Some of them, it's the first time they've ever been in a parade. They don't know what it's like, and they're finding out what it's like right now.
I remember how excited I was when I was in my first parade. How about you?
Believe it or not, I was never in a parade. Never. I'm in one now, kind of.
And here's McGruff, the crime dog. He wants to remind everyone to lock their car this Christmas season, especially when shopping. That's just one way all of us can help take a bite out of crime.
I wanted to say that.
And McGruff obviously has a lot of friends in this parade. He seems to be...
Kids see a lot of him on television.
That's true. And you know, the McGruff character is generally portrayed by a Bangor police officer. And I talked to the gentleman who is McGruff today, and he said that that was one of his favorite things to do because that's one of the warmest costumes they have in the parade.
He does look warm. And here comes our next float of the parade, the Key Bank float with Kenny Key Bear and lots of sleighs. That's a pretty one. That really is.
And we want to say hello to Diane Pearson and the rest of the gang at Key Bank, and they put a lot of this float together this morning.
That's hard to believe. And just to let everybody know that many employees of the Key Bank and their families, they're on the float, and I'm sure lots of them did most of the work on it too this morning as well.
I'm sure most of the people on this float were the people who did the work.
That's true. All of them are sporting red balloons, and of course there's the Key Bear. My director pointed that out for us, but I saw him anyway. It's hard to miss the Key Bear. Thank you, Gene.
That's Kenny Key Bear, by the way. I tell you, he looks an awful lot like Frosty the Snowman, to be perfectly honest.
And next, representatives of the Winniport Fire Department.
I want to say hello to Creighton L. Parker, who's the chief of the fire department there.
And you know, these guys spend plenty of time when they come out for a parade washing down those vehicles, because when they're up and down doing all their work, those cars, those trucks get awfully dirty.
They do.
It takes a lot to keep them clean also.
But you know, to be honest, I've never seen a dirty fire truck. They really take a lot of pride in those vehicles, and they do keep them very clean. Cleaner than I keep my car, unfortunately, but they do. They polish them up, and they keep them spotless almost.
You know, you got to give a lot of credit to our Channel 7 camera crew. They're getting some absolutely fantastic shots to capture the essence of this parade. And they're standing out there braving this cold weather, because it is cold out there with the cameras. They've been here since early in the morning setting up, including the whole production crew and engineering. They've done a fantastic job. And we're not ending the parade yet, but I want to thank them in case I forget at the end of the parade. course, Husson College is being represented in this parade as well.
That's right. The International Club of Husson College is another regular that we see every year. It's a club for students from around the world. The club advisor is Mrs. Locke.
Club's also a part of the International Center for Language Studies, and that gives intensive courses in English.
Along with them today is the Husson mascot. And what do you figure this is? I would say this guy is a bull. It's a buffalo? Okay. My director has told, it's certainly not a Husson Brave.
I won't even venture to guess on that one.
Whoever he is, he looks like he's full of bull.
Oh, Jan.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist
I think that's the first holiday joke of the parade. And of course, in case you didn't know, Husson College just inaugurated their new president, Dr. Beardsley. Congratulations. See, I remember these things, Jan. I remember these.
I'm glad you do.
Right off the top of the head, not even written down on a card. For dog lovers everywhere, here's something for you. The Green Acres Kennel. They're located at 1653 Union Street, and they're run by Charles and Mary Jones.
Now, Charles and Mary say that the holidays apply to pets as well as they do to people. They do an excellent job, too, over at Green Acres with their kennels and obedience classes, and they've indicated if they win a prize today, they will donate it to the local animal shelter.
And that reminds me to tell people that it is the holiday time, a nice time to get a pet. You can go to the animal shelter or the Humane Society. You can look it up, and what a fantastic time to get a dog for your child to grow up with a puppy. Do you know what kind of dog that is over there, Jan?
Which one?
Which one? Well, let's see. I only see about 10 of them.
I see some Rottweilers, a couple of Doberman Pinschers, a Collie.
And you know the kids love this.
Oh, they certainly do. I see a Great Dane, and
when the kids, after seeing this, they're going to go home and tell their parents, Mommy, I want a dog now.
Probably. I think one of the dogs is trying to take up with some of the kids here. They probably got some candy. That must be the hardest part of walking the dogs in the parade, is they're going to try to pick up all the candy that's been dropped. Because dogs have sweet tooth just like people do.
You got that right.
Oh, and we want to mention, too, that Green Acres Kennels, as opposed to passing out candy, they're handing out dog biscuits.
How apropos.
And quite a few people are scrambling to get them. I'm sure they all have doggies at home that want those little biscuits. A lot of happy faces here today. Despite the cold, everyone seems to be having a good time.
And as you probably can hear off in the distance a bit, the Bucksport High School Golden Bucks Band. The band director for Bucksport is Mark Ness-Lucen.
And I talked to Mark earlier, and there was a bit of concern that they wouldn't be able to make it. The cold weather is a factor for his band. They have 22 members, And we are very happy to have them. We had thought that there was a chance that they may not be able to make it today. He had said some of his band members had colds and whatnot. He was a little reluctant to get them out here in the elements, but we're very, very happy to have them. The Bucksport Golden Bucks Marching Band.
They're one of the smaller high school bands around, but they do a great job, and they're going to be performing for the judges. Representatives of A.J. Cole Tire.
I'm sorry.
Man, now listen to me.
Coming up next, A.J. Cole Tire. They have 8 lawn tractors with kids of their employees, and this looks like fun.
This does look like fun.
Now, not that I'm getting down on them, but it looks like they let the mommies carry the signs and the daddies and the little kids get to ride in the tractors.
That does look like a lot of fun. A convoy of little lawn tractors. No yard is safe with these people around, that's for sure.
And now we have the Girl Scout Troop 45 from Kentuskeg. And there's Alf. I believe this is still A.J. Cole Tire, in fact. Don't ask me how they managed to get a celebrity like Alf to come out for them today, but
I guess A.J. Cole can really pull some strings for that, you know? I mean, out of any holiday parade in the whole country, Alf picks Bangor. I guess there's some good cats here. And that's a joke for Alf lovers.
They must have offered him some cats.
You know, they did a fantastic job on these floats. I think they're getting better every year. And of course, once again, the theme for this year's parade, home for the holidays. And you can see it in almost every float. With families getting together.
Coming up now, the Bangor Convalescent Centers. These are residents and employees of Westgate Manor. That's in Bangor, Brewer Convalescent Center, and the Bangor Convalescent Center. And they've obviously found some young friends to help them out.
They have, and you know, they always do a fantastic job on their floats.
They
every
do.
Year in, year out, you know you're going to get a good float from them.
Okay, now Bryant Stoveworks has something very unusual. This company from Thorndike has a 1928 Wurlitzer band organ on an oak trailer.
I've never seen anything like that before. It has trombones and 13 brass trumpets, a bass drum, clarinets, piccolos, 2 drums, and according to the owner, who's B. Bryant, it brings back memories of home and the holidays, and that's fantastic.
Of course, their next entry is Channel 7, your home for the holidays.
You got that right. And we'll tell you about all the people who are on that float. Some Channel 7 employees, Michelle Elliott, Chris Connor, the children, Ryan Elliott and Kyle Connor, and Channel 7 welcoming you home for the holidays.
Moving, trying to decide on a mover, they all seem the same. Call the others, then call the #1 mover who makes the difference, Fox & Ginn, your Allied Van Lines agent. Committed to serving its customers by guaranteeing pickup and delivery, also guaranteeing price. Allied Van Lines offers extra care protection, which is full replacement cost coverage. A professional from the staff at Allied Van Lines will visit you after your move is completed to guarantee your satisfaction. With Allied, there is a difference. At Fox & Ginn, we deliver difference.
Last year, the #1 imported station wagon model in America didn't come from Volvo or Toyota or Nissan. The imported wagon model more Americans bought was a Subaru. And this year, we're doing something unheard of. We're putting our best-selling model, the Subaru wagon, on sale. So right now, you can get a great price on the imported wagon model more people buy than any other, even when it's not on sale. The Subaru wagon sale.
Now get up to $1,500 cash back, plus $660 protection.
You're out of typewriter ribbon again. On the way out the door to pick up more ribbon, the boss stops you and asks you to get ribbons for the other typewriter brands in the office. You waste your lunch hour running in and out of stores. There just doesn't seem to be any place in town that can supply your needs. You're on your way through Bangor when you spot SMS. You find everything you need at an affordable price. SMS is the ribbon specialist. They carry every typewriter ribbon available at very reasonable prices. Come visit Systems Management Services at 105 Main Street, just down the street from the Bangor Opera House.
Charm Diamond Centers has hundreds of ways to engage her, with rings as big on value as they are on love. Engage her deliciously. Engage her colorfully. Engage her sweetly. Engage her refreshingly. Engage her cuddly, and just because it's from us, it will probably cost you less. Choose your ring from Charm throughout Atlantic Canada.
We're back with the 1987 Holiday Parade. I'm Jan Young, and that's Douse, the fire protection mouse.
And I'm Ron Wolf. And I think Douse the mouse is running away.
He did.
He left his home.
This is part of the Air National Guard Fire Department's entry. They always have a lot of really neat things.
That's true. Their 2 miniature fire trucks are known as the P and a half and the F6. The P and a half is a scale model of the P2. Their crash fire truck, it can really put out some fires, Jan.
It really can put out fires. The F6 is a scale model of the tractor trailer that the Air Force uses for firefighting. And aren't those are just precious. There's Douse again.
Douse has got to keep moving. It's cold out here.
This is the big firefighting unit that the Maine Air National Guard uses. It's called the P6. That's why they call the little one the P and a half.
And I remember last year for the Veterans Remembrance Day Parade, they really showed out their equipment last year. Incredible. They couldn't fit it all in this year, but it's nice to have them aboard. Clowns continue to entertain the kids, keeping them warm while the floats move on up. And here comes one right now, as a matter of fact. And as you can see, this one was really done well. Fantastic.
That's it.
It's almost a miniature town. It's got a church and a house.
This is the Insurance Women of Eastern Maine, and behind them, the Dirigo High School Marching Cougars. They're from Dixville, Maine. This is their first time in the Bangor Holiday Parade, and so we want to extend them an especially warm welcome, since I know they're cold out there marching.
Sporting blue and white uniforms. 25 band members, and the band director is Roger Smith. once again, the
The
Dirigo High
sounds
School
of the
Marching
Dirigo
Cougars.
High School Marching Cougars.
All from the town of Dixfield, Maine. Thanks for coming to the parade today, guys.
And here's Fox and Ginn Movers, 195 Thatcher Street. That's a miniature tractor trailer. He looks like he's ready to move my Christmas tree.
Not a very big one, though, you know. Keep it small. A lot of miniatures today. A lot of miniatures.
Here's Miss Maine Teen USA, Donna Stevenson. She's held that title since March and has participated in the national pageant in El Paso, Texas this past July. A pretty girl.
We talked to her before that competition, and she is really a fantastic person. She's held the title, as you mentioned, since March, and she does live in Bangor. Bangor High School, as a matter of fact.
She's driven by Anthony Anderson, who runs the Bangor Review. We want to thank Tony for bringing that car out today.
And Donna represented Bangor and Maine very, very well.
This is the Rottweiler Club of Maine in association with Heritage Kennels. These are German Rottweilers. Oh, and I see a couple of Cocker Spaniels involved with this. The German Rottweiler is a working-class dog that was originally used for cattle driving and cart pulling. They're now used as guide dogs and frequently used by police departments.
And you notice when the dogs come by, you hear the crowds going, "Aw, aw."
Many of the Rottweilers are wearing stockings, too. This next float is from the First Assembly of God Youth Group.
They're located at 550 Finson Road in Bangor. And they have a float with children singing in their home for the holiday, which, of course, is the theme.
And their float has Jesus is the reason for the season. And that's a happy-looking group of kids, too.
And coming up next, representatives from Etna, Dixmont, the Cub Scout Pack, 311 from Etna, Maine.
Their den mother is Janice Parsons, and they got a lot of people out today. They've got some of the cutest vehicles we've seen so far. They've got a four-wheeler, one hauling a snowmobile trailer with the Cub Scout, and also some of these little miniature vehicles that say Scout Patrol, boys, join the fun. Our next entry is WLBZ Channel 2. I want to say hello to everybody from WLBZ. The Channel 2 production van is driven by Phil Thompson. The NBC Peacock is Diane Beck. Next is a toy truck with the wind-up key. Channel 2 personality Eddie Driscoll. The driver is Paul Salisbury. Also, Joshua Johnson's with him, and Mason Mutt.
Eddie has entertained kids for so many years. He's an institution in the area.
33 years now he's been with Channel 2. Want to say a special hello to Eddie Driscoll.
Hi, Eddie. Happy holidays. And, of course, representing the town of Brewer, the city council, some of them anyway.
That's right. We want to thank Al Harding of Harding's Floors for offering to chauffeur him around. There's Marilyn Lavelle, Gerald Robertson, and Michael Johnson. And these are Orrington Brownies dressed up as Christmas boxes.
That's right. Troops 217, 581. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more of the holiday parade right after this.
The Greenhouse Restaurant has a reputation of having the finest Caesar salad in the country, and it's made at tableside. When Jimmy Vidarmis isn't out front, you'll find him in the kitchen doing what he does best. At the Greenhouse Restaurant, there's no difference between this and this. We take it all at par. No discount on Canadian money. Just show your Canadian driver's license. We serve a hot popover and salad with every meal, and after dinner, a complimentary cheese and fruit plate. Dinner prices start at $9.95. The Greenhouse Restaurant, downtown Bangor.
Moving, trying to decide on a mover, they all seem the same. Call the others, then call the #1 mover who makes the difference, Fox & Ginn, your Allied Van Lines agent. Committed to serving its customers by guaranteeing pickup and delivery, also guaranteeing price. Allied Van Lines offers extra care protection, which is full replacement cost coverage. A professional from the staff at Allied Van Lines will visit you after your move is completed to guarantee your satisfaction. With Allied, there is a difference. At Fox & Ginn, we deliver difference.
Roy Clark live in concert at the Maine Center for the Arts in Orono. Roy and his band will be picking and grinning Thursday night, December 10th at 8 o'clock. All seats are reserved, with tickets $13 and $15. For more information, call 581-1755. 581-1755. But hurry, because ticket quantities are very limited. Roy Clark live at the Maine Center for the Arts in the University of Maine campus. Brought to you by Q106.5 FM and WVII-TV.
Come home to Keddy's and rediscover comfort in our pleasant surroundings. Treat yourself to good food, prepared with a personal touch. After a long day, enjoy some time in our pool, whirlpool, or sauna. There's no better way to relax and feel refreshed. All this in reasonable rates simply means good value for you. Do yourself a favor and come home to Keddy's today.
There are 13 Keddy's hotels and inns located throughout Eastern Canada.
With more of the 1987 Holiday Parade. This are the sounds of Foxcroft Academy.
Of course, the Foxcroft Academy Marching Band from Dover Foxcroft. The band director is Arnold Poland. They have 55 members, and they're led by drum majors Sue Beebe and Kip Larson.
Marching Band from Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Good job, guys. Moving right along from Maine Distributors, the 26-foot Bud Bus. Yes, it's called the Bud Bus. And it looks very warm inside there. It's hard to see the people inside, but I know they're warm. And coming up now from the Brownie Troop 710 in Bangor. Two little ones holding up the poster.
This group is from Bangor. We want to thank Julie Dion, who's the co-leader, for bringing the kids out today.
The looks on these little kids' faces is just unbelievable. They are so happy. Cheeks are so rosy and red.
They also have a float with them. It's decorated with a Christmas tree, a very pretty one, I might add, and lots of presents.
And of course, representing the Penobscot Theater Group. Their theme this year, Come Home to Never Never Land.
in a boat this year. They are portraying characters from Peter Pan, and I think we've even got a shot of Captain Hook. Yes, there he is.
On guard, touche. We want to mention that their Christmas production this year will be A Christmas Carol, and will run December 18th, 19th, and 20th. And for more information or tickets, you can call the Penobscot Theater at 942-3333. They do such a nice job of theater to add culture into the area, and that's really important, not only for downtown, but all around the Bangor area, including all the surrounding areas. It's good to support groups like this.
It is. They've even got a Tinkerbell this year.
Well, Peter Pan without a Tinkerbell? I mean, come on.
There's Peter Pan. This is WWMJ. I love this car. I'd like to have one just like it. Perhaps I should ask them where they got it, huh? A great station and a friend. They come from Ellsworth.
I hope that bug can make it up the hill. Mine does. And from the Alton Grammar School, the hot lunch program from Old Town. They have a float and a decorated trailer, of course. And there are 3 areas with the middle school, with the middle promoting good nutrition, and the new state program, which is called SNAP, N-S-A-P.
They've got some very unusual ideas here, all relating to food. There's a lady wearing peanuts. I thought that's kind of interesting.
I see a chef up there. Throw down a couple of steaks, maybe?
They say all of these ideas came from the kids, and they tied their theme into Home for the Holidays. We've got some pilgrims, and we've also got some various food ideas up there.
I see a little kid that looks a little too young for a mustache. It's cute.
Our next entry is the Coca-Cola bottling company.
And they're promoting the variety show after the parade at the Bangor Opera House. All the proceeds are going to go to the Pine Tree Camp for the handicap.
Behind them, the Brewer High School Marching Band. Band director Tony Cyrus says they have a total of 65 members, including the color guard. The color guard advisor is Mrs. Sharon Mayers. Color guard captain is Kelly Thibodeau.
Welcome to the Witches. The Brewer Witches.
Leading the band are drum majors Rachel Buber, who's a senior, and Katie Beauregard, who's a junior.
And back to a more athletic moment of the parade, the Penobscot Valley School of Gymnastics. Flips and...
Yes. Director Ray Rogers always has an impressive group of students, and that's Ray driving the van behind the gymnast.
Do you think they stay warm doing those flips?
I think so. I think they're getting ready to do a demonstration, as they usually do every year, and they always look very impressive. It's amazing that these kids can stay warm, too.
That's why they got to keep moving.
They may be warmer than you and I.
I can almost guarantee that.
What's really amazing, too, is they do these stunts. For the most part, in a gym, they practice on soft mats. I think it really takes a lot of courage to get out here and do these flips and whatnot on a pavement.
And you know, years ago, the Americans were really behind in the gymnastics program with the rest of the world. And as you can see by these kids really working hard at a very young age, I see them 4 or 5 years old working one day. You never know where this dream is going to lead them. Because the American program has really built up a lot in the last few years. And the Penobscot Valley School of Gymnastics is one reason why.
Located on Hammond Street, director Ray Rogers once again has an outstanding group of students. Our next entry is the Orrington Brownie Troop 669. I want to say hello to all of those girls and troop leader Cherie Young.
From Orrington, of course, and it's always nice to see the Brownies and the Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts all represented at an event like this. They're always making an appearance, and it's great to have them.
And they've done a very festive job of decorating that car, too. They've got bells on it. Or they had the Girl Scouts themselves are wearing the bells. I'm sorry, I thought they had bells on the car. Now we have a whole fleet of cars from R&M Towing.
And I guess their motto is taking you home for the holidays when you have car trouble.
Oh, Ron, that's our second bad holiday joke.
Well, you know. Now it's tied at 1-1, Jan. And I'm sure after this parade sits so cold, some cars are going to break down. They might even get some business today.
And we want to take this moment while R&M is moving through to thank the people down at the parade organizing site. Christina Rogers, Kathy Hardy, Karen McCarthy, Dan Como, and I'm forgetting someone, and Cindy Terrell. All of those guys they did a great job in organizing the parade. Everybody seems to be moving along quickly and having a good time.
It takes so much to get a parade like this going, and if you don't have the help from people who are really involved, then it's not going to go anywhere. And it's almost impossible to thank everybody, mentioning their names, but we just want to thank everybody.
That's true. Oh, and Kathy Buxton, one of our right-hand people, not only has she helped organize the parade down at the beginning, but she was also instrumental in sending out a lot of the mailings for us to people who were interested in coming to the parade this year.
I knew Snoopy would make an appearance sooner or later, and there he is, on top of a tank. Yes, a tank.
This is Rodney Spillers and his mini tank. And that is indeed actually a tank decorated under all those Christmas items.
A highly mobile one, I might add.
We'll be back with more of the 1987 Bangor Holiday Parade right after these messages. Please stay with us.
Moving, trying to decide on a mover, they all seem the same. Call the others, then call the #1 mover who makes the difference, Fox & Ginn, your Allied Van Lines agent. Committed to serving its customers by guaranteeing pickup and delivery, also guaranteeing price. Allied Van Lines offers extra care protection, which is full replacement cost coverage. A professional from the staff at Allied Van Lines will visit you after your move is completed to guarantee your satisfaction. With Allied, there is a difference. At Fox & Ginn, we deliver difference.
Barlow's eyes, light hazel to golden brown, slightly myopic, according to doctor's exam. Chose ultraviolet-coated lenses with a tint of gray. Rob Barlow's eyes, corrected, good-looking, and confident. Pearl knows how glasses work. Pearl cares how glasses look. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Welcome to an impossible mission. We've been informed that Village Subaru has just received an additional shipment of 87 Subaru four-wheel drive wagons. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, will be to buy one of these amazing cars within 30 days. You won't be alone. Many will want to take advantage of savings up to $4,000, which means no down payment to qualified buyers, and a 6-year, 60,000-mile limited warranty. Okay, so this mission is not so impossible, but you'll have to hurry before this offer self-destructs.
And remember, this time, it is possible.
Crescent Jewelers has a word for precious things. Gold. Color her beautiful. Color her gold. Gold. It enhances her beauty like nothing else. Richly fashioned gold adornments say the beautiful things about her she loves to hear. So color her beautiful. Color her gold. Precious things from Crescent Jewelers throughout Nova Scotia.
We're back. I'm Jan Young.
And I'm Ron Wolf, and welcome back to the 1987 Downtown Bangor Holiday Parade, the 3rd annual event, I might add, and representing another fire department in the area. Most of them are here from Newport. We have a fire truck, of course, driven by Chief Donald Braun. Thanks for joining us, Don. Riding in a tanker.
Behind him is Cub Scout Pack 23 from Eddington, then Mother Darlene Hooper doing the honors of driving. And looking like she's having a great time, too.
And the question is, how many Cub Scouts can you fit in a Bronco? I see a few.
This is the LaGrange Baptist Church Youth Group from Milo, Maine.
One of the many floats in the parade.
They've done several different things. They have a nativity scene along with a very old-fashioned looking Christmas group here.
Do they look cold?
Some period costumes.
Do they look cold, Jan?
They do.
Wind's picking up a bit.
Next is the Literacy Volunteers of America in Bangor. They're located on Harlow Street.
And I'd like to add that they're a nonprofit organization that, of course, promotes reading, a very important thing to bring up.
They have a number of ideas and slogans on this float that promote reading. And they want to promote the idea that reading can make everyone's holiday a lot more enjoyable.
Some of the slogans: make life easier, learn to read, the gift of reading.
Our next entry is the U.S. Postal Service. Now, they have several vehicles, and don't forget, these are the people who many times are Santa's busiest helpers.
That's true. We want to remind people about the extended hours at the post office on Harlow Street. And, of course, the new location at the Bangor Mall. At the main office, you'll find them open Monday through Friday, 7:30 in the morning till 7 o'clock at night, 8 until 3 on Saturdays. At the Bangor Mall station, they'll be open from 11:30 to 7, and starting December 12th from 9:30 till 9 o'clock. The Bangor Mall station will also be open on Sundays from noon till 5. And I want to add one thing about the post office workers. I don't know who was going to show up to this parade today, but I knew the mailman would be here. Come rain or shine
and
or
they've
snow.
got their mascot, the Eagle. Many of these are the low-energy vehicles, which are just coming out. And they say the lifespan on these cars are 20 years.
Wow.
That's impressive.
It really is. Coming up next in the parade, the Irving Oil Truck. Something that vaguely resembles the San Diego Chicken.
Is walking behind it, handing out candy. There you go. There's a purple cow. Remember the poem? I've never seen a purple cow. I never hope to see one. But I can tell you anyhow, I'd rather see than be one. We have one in the 1987 Bangor Holiday Parade.
We've got any animal you can imagine. We have from dogs to moose to the chicken. The holiday dance. And of course, the Herman Fire Department.
They've got two trucks here, engine number 40 and one of their four-wheel drive trucks.
With the lights flashing.
I want to say hello to all our friends from the fire department in Herman.
And from WWFX-FM in Belfast, of course, we have the radio station better known as The Fox.
They're from Belfast. And this is their video van. Now, don't ask me how a radio station has a video van. I don't understand it, but
okay,
they've
Jen,
got it in the parade.
I won't ask you that. And the Fox is leading the way for probably one of the best-known marching bands in the state, as we showed you earlier, the Nokomis High School Band.
This is the two-time winner of our Holiday Parade band competition. Director Stan Buchanan does a fabulous job, as we heard from earlier in Ron's story. Mr. Buchanan's assistant director is Bayford Lancaster.
And, of course, the marching auxiliary coordinator is Judy Richards. Rifle team advisor is Bonnie McKay. I don't know exactly how many people are in this band, but when you add them all up together, it really totals a lot of people.
Usually over 150. Drum majors are Angela Repton and Sarah Pettengill. They're known as the Nokomis Marching Warriors. And we want to mention also that they are our honorary band this year. They are not in competition. They are leading in, obviously, the most important dignitary we have today, Santa Claus.
That's right. We'll get to him in a minute, huh? Nokomis is one of those high school bands that they travel a lot up and down the East Coast, as I mentioned before. As a matter of fact, from what I understand, they're trying to plan a trip to go to Florida, and that'll be really nice. A thrill for the kids. They try to travel once every 4 years to somewhere far to give the band members something to remember their band years by. And there's a special feeling with these kids who play in the Nokomis Marching Band. They really love what they're doing, and you can tell. Let's listen in. I call a band. I'll tell you what, they really can play some music.
Okay, we are now seeing the man of the hour.
Oh, you got that right.
Santa Claus is making his appearance right now in downtown Bangor.
This is what all the kids have been waiting for, Jan.
His float is provided by the Downtown River City Association, and he's a big hit this year with all the kids, as in other years past.
Do you think it's this cold in the North Pole, Jan?
Close to it. He should feel right at home.
Yes, definitely. You can just see the kids' eyes just lighting up when Santa gets here. And it's nice to have Santa here for his first appearance of the year at the holiday parade.
We'll be back in just a moment with the winners of the 1987 Bangor Holiday Parade in just a moment. Stay with us.
Most station wagons can't handle most of what New England has to offer. Once you're away from the suburbs and shopping malls, you need a Subaru, the #1 selling import wagon in America. Subaru. Tough cars, easy deals.
Attic Records presents 12 favorite love songs, 12 romantic recordings together on one record. Great artists like Dan Fogelberg, the Manhattans, and the Nylons. There's REO Speedwagon, Jennifer Rush, and Krista Berg. The Captain and Tennille, Rita Coolidge, and Joey Kagorish.
12 favorite love songs on one long-playing record or one cassette. On sale at Kmart and Zellers.
Unusual, original, dynamically different.
We loved it.
It's great.
We
I've
try
never
and
seen
make it
anything
every
like
year.
that before.
It's great.
Experience a night out of this world. See the man they call Ravine.
It was fantastic. We laughed ourselves sick. It was great, really great. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
I was laughing so hard I had tears streaming down my face. It was so funny.
Yeah, it's great.
The greatest. I'd come back again anytime.
Now in St. John, in Moncton, November 27th to the 30th, returning to the Cone in Halifax, December 1st and 2nd, and in Sydney on the 5th.
We're back, and the judges have made their decisions on the best entries of this year's parade. In the band competition, Foxcroft Academy took top honors. Second place goes to the Brewer High School Band, while the third place spot was awarded to the Machias Memorial High School Band. This year, our judges also awarded an honorable mention to Bucksport High School Band. There are 2 categories in our float competition. Mainly Tubbs took first place in our for-profit category. R&M Towing placed second, while Key Bank took third place. Green Acres Kennels also received an honorable mention in the commercial category. In the nonprofit competition, the St. Joseph's Hospital float was judged the best. Alton Grammar School took second place honors, while Brownie Troop 710 won third prize. The LaGrange Baptist Church Youth Group from Milo was given an honorable mention in this category.
Well, there you have it, the biggest and probably the best annual holiday parade I've seen since I've been here at Channel 7, and it was a good one.
It really was. We hope we're going to see you next year. From all of us here at Channel 7 in downtown Bangor, I'm Jan Young.
And I'm Ron Wolf. Happy holidays, everyone.
Goodbye.